Hello and welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today we're going to equip my Lego City 1920s cars MOCs with LEDs, and you can see that I have already done that with my first 1920s car MOC on this channel. So we have tail lights, we have front lights, and as you can see, sadly we can see the cables inside. From the outside we can see the battery, but I mean, lights are there to be used and turned on at night, so it's going to be dark anyways, so you're only going to see the lights and not the cables and the battery. So yeah, let me show you how this is done, how I made this with another one of my 1920s MOCs with my 1920s taxi MOC. So I'm going to show you how to equip such a car with LEDs. What we need is basically the same stuff we needed when we were equipping the billboard with lights. So of course we need the soldering iron, we need the soldering tin, we need the soldering flux, and then of course we need the battery holder, and we need, in this case, we need 4 lamps. Of course, when we equipped the billboard with lights, we only needed 2, and that is the stuff we need. So I'm gonna start connecting the LEDs to the battery holder, and then I'm gonna get back to you. Before we start soldering, I have drilled small holes into the plate modifieds where we're going to have the tail lights placed on top. The simple reason for that is once they are in there, that is like the only way they cannot get through, and if the ends would be already soldered to the battery holder, there would be no way to, well, get them through the holes. So that now, and now we can start soldering. And in order to make it easier to put the LEDs into the car, I have shortened the wires, so those were much longer. The wires of the LEDs for the front are a bit longer. And now, before we can start with the soldering, I have to take some of that plastic material, of that isolation material around the actual wire, so I have to take that off using the soldering iron, and then we can start with the actual soldering process. Now, as you can see, I have twisted the 4 wires a little bit so that I technically only have 1 large wire left. I've already soldered the red one to the plus pole, and now I'm going to solder the black one to the minus pole. So I'm using the soldering iron and just dip it a little bit into the soldering flux, and then I take my soldering tin. And of course, disclaimer, when working with soldering irons, be careful because they are very hot, and only hold them at the plastic part, the grip handle, but I think you already know that. So let's put the soldering tin there and the iron there, and that could be enough already. Let's see. Yes, we have a connection there, so let's see if it actually works. So now I'm going to place the battery inside the battery holder. I'm not going to place it completely in there because it's hard to get it out once it's in, but as you can see, all 4 lights work, so that is perfect. And now we can integrate this into my 1920s car. So as you can see, I've disassembled it a bit. So the front lights are going to, the wires for the front lights are going to go between the motor block and beneath the seats here, and I'm going to lead back there where we're going to have the battery holder, and the tail lights are just going to be attached here, and the cables are going to go inside here to the battery holder. As you can see, the battery is already inside the battery holder, but I just stuck a piece of paper between that to prevent the lights from going on right now because we don't need them now. So I'm going to assemble this whole construction, and then I'm going to get back to you. So here's the final result, and I'm really satisfied with it. I think the lights look awesome. You can barely see the wires. They are almost perfectly hidden. If you look very closely, then you're going to spot some. The tail lights, they look good as well. They look better off camera than on camera here. They are, well, a bit shiny, a bit light, so now you can see it a bit better. They are in real life not that bright, and the front lights, of course, also not. But yeah, I think I really like this, how it turned out. And now let's have a look how it looks in the city. And that's how that looks in the city, and I'm really happy with that. I really like this result. I think this works perfectly, and yeah, that is such a huge advantage, that all the wires, the battery and all that stuff, that it's all in the car, so that I don't have to have any wires, anything like that, beneath the table and stuff like that, and a fixed position, and no easy moving around possible. So that is no issue here, that is no problem. So I'm really happy with that. So let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Let me know if you're going to do this as well. It's not that difficult as it might seem, and it's going to get easier and easier the more often you do it. So let me know what you think about this whole project in the comments down below. Till then, have a good day, have a great time, and I see you in the next video. Bye.